for $6 million.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was looking on YouTube at some of the most expensive houses, bro, and they did like a full walkthrough. They crazy. Like there's one where they ain't say slave quarters, but they got a slave quarters in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They won't call it that, but I forgot where it was at, probably like in Europe or something. But they got a whole lower floor with a secret club, a full kitchen, access to almost every part of the house. And I'm like, that's where they had the help. It's a whole nother mansion at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And like you can see like the pool access from there. And the whole secret club is a backdoor entrance. And I'm like, oh yeah, they was turned up in here, but they didn't model it and whatever. And that was worth I think that was worth like 114 million or something. Like it was crazy, but I was just looking at the different ways they do mansions in different countries. And I got one of them. They got like the hideaway speakers. Like you walking somewhere, the TVs pop out, like all the paintings dropping stuff. So they like decor it out with like a whole nice European feel. I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
Where I'm from Mississippi, but where I'm actually from is actually where they had the first Memorial Day, because they actually did something for the Yankee, like I had North and South warring each other. They did something for both schools. So right there, like they didn't tear down the houses or nothing. So we got all them damn old ass Gone with the Wind houses, like blocks of them shits. All them houses. One time, a dude on my football team lived in one of them houses. The whole football team could fit in their damn house. That's how big the football team. I mean, the starting offense, defense, bench, everybody was in the goddamn house. I was like, I gotta go back to my house. I'm like,
man, for me though, all I want is a detached studio. I don't care about the rest. A detached studio that's a whole media house where I can put wherever to where like I can have my own people pull up to where it don't affect the house. That's it. Like I don't care about nothing else. Like you ain't coming to my crib, but you can come to my crib. You can come to my studio. You know what I mean?
Like Dr. Dre doing.
Yeah, I mean, like
yeah, we got a lot. Y'all talking about that. Damn, wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you got the picture froze up a little bit.
Yeah, this damn camera. I got this crackhead camera. Well, I ain't gonna say crackhead. That's messed up. Gotta respect the crackheads out there. But no, I said it's a lot to talk about, man. I saw a lot of stuff going on, like Game. I guess Game was beefing with Wack, and Wack talking about Suge and all this. I'm like, yo, I don't get it. Like I realized that I guess Game put all his property or his stuff in Wack name to try to get out of this lawsuit thing.
But that girl,
would you ever do something like that? Or we just pay it and get it over with, so you don't got to be held captive by somebody, kind of.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. It don't make sense, bro. Like I don't really trust people that much, honestly. Like in the sense of business, and it comes from I got burned by family first when I first came in. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like I don't put nothing past anybody when it comes to the business side, because at any given moment, people will mess you over for $20. Once we start talking hundreds of thousands, and you know what I mean, like I don't want to have to do nothing when it comes to that level of money. Anything I'm gonna do gonna get me locked up. So let's just not do that. You know what I mean? Like let's not even put in a position. I'd rather face the penalties or whatever the case. Because I don't even feel like jeopardizing. If I'm working hard for that money and strategically making it, like I don't even want to do all that, bro. It ain't worth it.
I'm saying, y'all don't remember when Kobe Bryant mother-in-law sued them right after he died? I was like, damn.
And she was selling off his stuff.
Yup.
Selling off his jerseys and stuff. Like it ain't even no joke.
Yo, welcome to the Just Two Black Brothers. My bad. We got the homie Nanilla back. Y'all know what we do, man. We keep it real. You know what I'm saying? None of that drama BS, man. We try to do this for the culture. We don't want to know how many people you stabbed and shot and how many times you went to jail. I was just watching that thing again with King Von when he was on with Charlamagne. And Charlamagne was like, it was Dirk and King Von. Charlamagne said, hey, King Von, man, you ever been able to check no under the criminal section on the application? Dirk was like, like, man, don't answer that shit, man. Like, they try to set you up. But yeah, I was just laughing about the Soldier Boy thing for the food stamp. He got tight, yo. He was mad as hell.
Oh, what they was asking like $300 in food stamps?
No, they said would you want a date with Soldier Boy or 250 in food stamps? They all said 250 in food stamps.
I said, did y'all see that shit with 6ix9ine?
Man.
They saying that was a Juicy Smollier moment. That was staged.
He He was getting his ass whooped. That was a good stage. Then they staged all
I
that.
mean,
His ass whooped.
hey, I'm gonna put it like this. We didn't see from the greats that people know how to put themselves back in the spotlight when it matters. Don't be surprised if he drop a single out of nowhere.
No, you don't know what just happened. That's why I was like, man, I was like, come on. So first was the fight, and then like yesterday he put out a sex tape. I'm like, that sex tape ain't gonna clean up you getting your ass whooped. Like,
nah, it's just putting propaganda out, man. Like, come on. This is a. I tell people all the time, especially knowing market. I'm like, marketing is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Everything is put how it needs to be for attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's some that be truthful, but I mean, the thing around 6ix9ine, what they want to do to 6ix9ine can't be put on camera.
like torture him.
You can take it however you want. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing that's gonna go on wax of me saying whatever somebody wants to really do to 6ix9ine is not something they want to record. Ain't you know what I mean? It can probably put the aftermath of the situation, but they ain't gonna incriminate themselves if they really want to damage that boy.
That's what Wack 100 was saying. He was like, that's a win for 6ix9ine. Shit, like you were saying for marketing, it's a win for 6ix9ine because y'all put that on camera and all y'all. He got up and walked out the building.
Yep.
So what did y'all do? Y'all beat him up, but he got up and walked out. Now everybody talking about 6ix9ine, and then the next day a sex tape come out that he don't know how it came out. Y'all helping him out. If y'all really want to do something to 6ix9ine and people care, y'all, like you said, y'all would have had to do something that y'all can't put on camera.
Man, they would have just got rid of him. I was gonna say, you know, I was actually watching a documentary and they were saying he's like one of the best as far as marketers now. He like one of the best ones. They were saying Lil Nas X.
Yeah, he is, but he got an engine behind him too.
What label? Talking about the label?
It's just an engine. It ain't got to be a label. It got money
that.
behind him, man. Yeah, honestly, in his situation, he ain't even. I heard he ain't even really fully in that community. You know what I mean? So it just makes it interesting as well. He got a kid and a girl and some more stuff, but you know what audience to grab. You know how to get the push behind you, and that's an audience that's almost bulletproof. You can't really say nothing against them.
Nope.
Or you think, hey, that's why I said Tyler. I don't even think he all the way fully in it, but he eating off of it.
Tyler, who?
You know what?
The creator.
Here's the thing to me, and I said this a couple months ago. I was thinking about it. What's happening with the LGBTQ community is what should have happened with the Black community. They're doing all the moves that should have happened with the Black community. Fully supporting each other, having a bulletproof testimony, being able to be like, if y'all don't rock with us, we walking out. Being able to have spokespeople with no friction amongst them, and being able to be, no matter what part of the country you in, what part of whatever, being if somebody say something, they behind it. When an artist come out, they behind it. But we did the exact opposite in our community because we didn't take whatever we felt was oppression and flip it. They got whole different seminars, full meetings. They doing everything to turn around.
And they go out of the country too.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say the funny thing is, to me, I remember Kanye was trying to push that shit, but nobody was listening to him. You remember he was trying to push that when he first came out? He was talking about gays and all that, and saying cool, but they weren't listening to him.
Alternative lifestyles and stuff. Yeah,
Kanye was trying to.
I mean, it's hard though. It's hard when you Black. Man, we ain't never been on the same page, and I mean, the bad thing about that is the way they formed it, even them coming together to do different meetings and, you know, doing whatever they can to kind of come to terms. It's like, yo, this person is going to be the face at the time. We're going to rock with it. We're going to push it. We ain't about to, you know what I mean? If somebody else don't rock with it, we shut it down. Bro, that happened on us. Money changes a lot of our motives. Don't get me wrong. They got some people in there that do the same thing, but you just look and you just watch like they don't support it. They just get to a point to where it's
that's how we do each other.
The bad thing is though, the country co-signs it too. So like the country never co-sign what we do. But I'm saying like the country puts different laws and bills in and everything to push the narrative forward. And honestly, the all-inclusive nature that has become from it, it's just an interesting movement to see. Cause like you see people getting slapped on the wrist for anything that even comes off as foul. Like y'all heard about the basketball player that got fined 40 racks, right?
So, wait, was it like a couple months or a month or so?
A couple months ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wasn't it
forgot.
Dylan Brooks?
I forgot who it was, honestly, because you know that the headlines.
He made
rotate
a
out.
slur. He called somebody a slur.
Nope, that's not what happened.
Oh, okay.
He was they was interviewing him post game, and he said something like, yeah, something along the lines of, yeah, like we did our job, you know what I'm saying? We made sure the balls wasn't coming down our court. He said no homo and kept it pushing, but like I'm like, he got fined 40,000 because he said no homo.
They got fined 40,000?
40,000. So you know, like no homo and pause is so much in the black community now. Like he probably
it's
said
natural
it,
to say it.
Yeah, not even realizing
he want to be a meme.
So it automatically was just $40,000 fine. I said, that's crazy.
That's a lot for the saying no homo. Shit.
Hey, I didn't see so many. I didn't see so many N bombs and everything else dropped against us, and it becomes viral.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Nah, hey, I'm surprised y'all ain't moved to San Francisco yet.
What happened in San Francisco?
You know, San Francisco said they working on a plan, putting it in motion to give all black residents of San Francisco $5 million for reparations.
That's not gonna happen.
I know it sounds good.
Hey, but I know, but look, at $5 million is the starting figure, and it go down to 500,000. They'll take it still.
It's not gonna happen, and I can tell you why it's not gonna happen is because San Francisco is the tech capital of the country right now. The tech industry ain't getting pushed out. It sounds good. It would have sounded more believable if they said Oakland. I'd be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. Yeah. It's not.
Did y'all hear about that news reporter? She got fired because she said for shizzle my nizzle, and she got fired.
I saw that.
I saw that. I saw it, but I heard there's more context behind it. I heard she said some kind of racial slur in front of it. I don't know. I never seen the clip, but I heard she said something.
Why
before.
they be doing that shit? They don't know they getting recorded.
When I heard it, she was talking about Snoop. They was talking about Snoop.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a problem with
all of it.
I don't have a problem with it, but I don't know the whole context of the situation. Like, I don't know what happened beforehand. Everybody good at picking the clips to where they can have a debates on. I don't know.
Like, that's what you. Hey, look, that's what you were just talking about too. People know how to put the right pieces out, and they can make you look good or bad, huh?
I was saying that, but I was saying that for everything. Like, I was saying that for Aubrey, George Floyd. I'm like, we see that one little clip and we got to make a decision, but it'd be like, bro, we just saw that one clip. We don't know none of that shit. We don't really know the background. So that's I'd be like, anything I see off the internet, I'd be kind of like, never know.
Yeah.
You heard about TikTok? They was talking about how TikTok, they do this shit called hot playing where they make the shit go viral. So they basically telling you what's hot. We think it's hot, but it's like, they making it hot. We thinking that's hot, but that's what they want us to watch. So they programming us, but we don't even know it.
You telling somebody who's in the marketing industry and has a lot of independent thinking. I can tell you that to a T. Ain't nothing gonna surprise me. I might flip some game and drop something that shouldn't be dropped on here when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Like, but that's why I take the stance I do when it comes to the music industry and everything else with marketing. Like, I understand the plays, I understand what's pushed. It is how it happens.
Yeah, but I don't think it ever changed. Like, I thought it would, because they was talking about, Drake got to make a free agent decision or whatever. So whatever he decided to do could be a monumental shift for the game as far as go independent or sign with a major label. But I don't even know if that's gonna help.
Bro, Drake could put out a Politickin single and it will go triple platinum.
Hey, what do you say? Buzz so big I could probably sell blank disc.
Yep.
Put a blank disc out there, they're gonna buy that, yo. But yeah, so like he the anomaly, I guess, right? Because who was talking? Somebody's talking about Drake. I saw a thing with Meek Mill. It was kind of like what we was just talking about, where he had posted like, "Rest in peace, man. If I would have known you was going through this, I would have took you out the hood." And then all the comments was people like, "Oh, nigga, you should already knew that and took him out beforehand." But I'm like, is that the rapper's job?
Should they
be doing that? Take it, not just family, just like you just got a boy that he doing bad and you living off somewhere good. You supposed to go take him out of the hood, have him live like you?
Absolutely not.
You gotta take yourself out the hood. Shit. You better follow your blueprint.
Nah, you know what? You can't take the hood out of people though. That's the problem. It don't matter if you take them out. You know, he gonna go back. Most people get killed in the same hoods they moved out of.
Like Dolph, they was like with Dolph, they kept telling him to leave the hood, but he was like, "I'm good in the hood."
The list happens all the time, bro. Because what happens is you build animosity, you build envy, and really all it takes is a mention. You know what I mean? Like you hit the barbershop visiting your people. You know how barbershops is. It's 15, 20 random people in there you don't know. That's a couple texts like, dang, guess who here? Guess who here? And it's a word on the street is they're looking for so and so. Well, now you got to drop on them, like, you know what I mean. And next thing you know, especially if you got certain places you frequent and you frequent. That's why I even laugh when people be like putting on every song how they got to bulletproof this and bulletproof that. If you got it, why would you announce it? Why would you announce it? Even if it's bulletproof, why would you announce it? Because all you saying by saying it's bulletproof is this: I know I should not waste my clip on your car, so I'll wait till you step out.
I'm gonna shoot you in your head.
Yeah, that's all you communicating. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like the same thing you saying, I always got it on me. Okay, when I see you, what am I gonna talk for? You prep them for the approach. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at it like, why would you communicate that? You ain't intimidating because you ain't gonna see somebody walk up on you who's preparing for you. All they're doing is preparing for what they expect anyway.
Yeah, I've been following up on that Nipsey case. But I didn't know old boy was signed to Nipsey. They said old boy was signed to his label for a minute till they found out he was a snitch, and then they kicked him off the label.
And he was from his set, man. I don't know. That's just
that shit was crazy though. They just showed the judge told the dude he was like, it's gonna be a fight on you when you go to jail. That's what the lawyer told him.
No, they said the judge didn't say that because the judge would get bored for saying that shit.
Yeah, I said it was.
They saw the judge on the caption.
Yeah, but I know it ain't the judge. You know, you got to do what you got to do to get attention.
You helping your client out.
Yeah, but
he trying to help his client. He like, he gonna be green lighted when he go to jail. So, but the judge can't say that shit because the judge is impartial and advice. He say that shit. It's a wrap. But people was like, yo, that judge gangster as hell. But I was like, I don't think that's the judge saying that shit.
No, he legally can't say that.
But some people in the comments, go ahead. No, they were saying some people in the comments is like, he may not have a problem when he go to jail because he was no paperwork on him as a snitch. So how you go in that politics that you got to have some type of background paperwork on that dude to say you a snitch. So if you called him a snitch, even though it was Nipsey, anybody did that, you gotta put in work because now that person that labeled you something. So it's gonna be people that's in the pen that's like, well, shit, we ain't fucking with dude did what he was supposed to.
Let's keep it 100. If anybody got this much love, they got this much hate. So it's like, y'all, everybody ain't for Nipsey. As much as it seemed like it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like be under the assumption that it's love, love, love. Nah, in order to have that much love, you gotta have that much hate. That is a standard. Like it's not just one side. It's never one side, but everything in life.
And let's keep it a buck anyway. He only got all that love when he died anyway. Man, people weren't fucking with him like that. People was not listening to Nipsey like that. Like West Coast, we was. But all these other folks, man, it was
West Coast wasn't either. That's the funny thing. They fake like they was. Yeah, you see how people got mad at the Family Guy clip of that?
Yeah, I saw that.
What happened?
Well, Family Guy said so. I forgot whose house they pulled up to, but basically they was like, oh, it's all right. It'll be like Nipsey. You only show love when he die anyway, or something like that. Something like a little clip. But Family Guy takes stabs at everybody.
Everybody takes stabs at everybody. They don't care.
So everybody got mad. But it's true though. I'm gonna give an example. This is a true life situation. I was at. Dang, I'm not gonna say names. I was at a record label who Nipsey later partnered with. Y'all can put two and two together on that if y'all know he partnered with. I was at the label when he was doing Proud to Pay movement. Mailbox Money. He had a $1,000 CD. The label was in LA. It was in Burbank, so that's right in the backyard of where Nipsey is. And I was blasting Nipsey through the speakers, and I was actually talking to one of the label reps, one of the people inside the label who handled a section that would have contributed. He had never heard of Nipsey, and he was in his own backyard. And I'm like, and that was one of the highlights of the biggest Nipsey movements before he really exploded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, I don't like assumptions. I don't like he say, she say. I like facts. That was a factual moment that said a lot to me, because if you don't know what's going on in a 2-mile radius and you the person over the music, that means it's not slapping how the perception of it slapping. I don't care how you look at it, because you're gonna catch wind of it one way or another. Not saying everybody's in touch with hip hop, but if you over a hip hop label or a label that's primarily hip hop, you're gonna have an idea what's going on.
That's a fact. But yeah, so yeah, now with him, they was like, yeah, basically he might, shit, you never know. He might go in there, they might show him love because he handled his business how he was supposed to handle it. But he is going, like you said, he gonna have some people gunning for him too, though.
I think what's gonna happen is the same thing that happens with every situation in popular Black culture. While it's in the face, it matters. The moment he goes off and he's not talked about, no one's gonna care. Like no one's gonna really pay attention. No one's gonna follow up. Half the people who locked up probably gonna be taking selfies with bro because he got a name to him. Like it's just.
And they're gonna be like, Aaron Holder dies in his cell at 95 years old.
You know how hard it is, because I've been trying to keep up with the case since he passed away. You know how hard it is to keep up with that case. They don't post a lot of shit about him no more. That shit hard already. Like you barely hear, like you hear something about him like every 6 months now. They pushing it out further and further. But when he first died, you already doing that though, for real.
It's not relevant.
Yep. Yeah, making it not relevant. They do that, but like you say, they do it everything. Look, what I always make this joke. I say every time something bad happened to Black folk, the white people call Michael Jordan and tell him to release a sneaker or something. Man, we need something to get them off our ass because shit.
Put out a movie, shit.
Something happens every time. It's just like clockwork.
And we like, this happened, so we're not talking about X, Y, and Z.
Or a bill passes in the White House.
Yep. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Like if some passes that where we should have been paying attention to, and we like, how that slipped by us? Oh, because something happened that hit social media and went viral because y'all didn't care about that. Now it's a law. Like that happened all the time.
Because that shit Kanye was, when we was paying attention to Kanye.
That's a fact. I just saw Beyonce sever ties with Adidas. Signed with Balmain with Ivy Park. I'm like, yo, she
Balmain.
That's like the high end luxury brand. They do like purses or they do clothing too.
I can't afford it, and I don't even have attention to getting it. So
damn, that shit costs. One dress costs like $7,000.
Yeah, they got man. They probably got everything. But you know what? Everybody got everything. That's the cold part. Like people be thinking they got one item. It's just they known for one item. Then you walk in a store, you like when they start making backpacks.
They got gloves, scarves, backpack, shoes. Yeah, Balmain like, costs bread. That's why when I see these little kids when they're out here, I'm like, where the hell they get Balmain from?
I guess I be getting mad sometimes, and let me know am I right or wrong. Like, should Beyonce be like making her fans, like they know it's her fans gonna support her. Should she be having products that cost so much? Because even Ivy Park was a lot. So it's like, or Jay-Z, he always has a product, but all he does is let it rise up. He gonna sell it and go to the next one. But then his fans are following him, but he ain't even loyal to his products. But we supposed to be loyal to him. It seems like they're just using us.
Welcome to the world.
Get them started. Yeah, about to get them.
I'm saying, welcome to the world, though. I mean, like, so we the biggest consumer. We also the biggest, most influential group of people. We buy whatever anybody tell us to, but yet we can shift the narrative. We just not smart enough to do so as a whole.
What Kanye say? We buy stuff we can't even pronounce. Past that for safety.
Then I spent $400 on this. Just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. What he say? And I can't even go to the grocery store without some ones that's clean or a shirt with a team. That's
what he said. And at that time, that's what he wearing, huh?
Then he put out the high-ass Yeezys, though.
I mean, see,
the Nike was higher than the Yeezys.
But here's the thing, though. These artists are a product. These artists are a brand, right? They're not making the same money off of music. They might do tours and stuff, but they have to push the whole brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? When Riri did the Super Bowl, You don't get paid for the Super Bowl, but once all her dancers had Fenty clothing, she was advertising her makeup on there. She had a Fenty Super Bowl hoodie made. The promo behind her already stuff that's booming, like it's gonna already like take off. But that's the same thing that happens with every artist, but they usually get pushed towards their music. Rihanna ain't had no new song out. Oh, I take that back. She had the Black Panther song.
But people didn't like that joint.
Yeah, but you know what though? One thing she did, that NFT was smart. That NFT was real smart that she dropped.
Put an NFT out?
Huh?
You put an NFT out?
She put an NFT. She put an NFT out for I think it was for Bitch Better Have My Money, and she gave everybody shares of the song before she hit the Super Bowl. And so that took off. At that point, people who invested made a lot of money, whatever their percentages were. I don't know about a lot, but you know, the price of it went up after the Super Bowl. So
I know Russell be doing something like that too now. He be having people invest in his albums and stuff. They got Russell.
Yeah, it's a different game, bro.
Yeah.
I be wondering because I watched Lil Wayne's Rolling Loud set, and that shit was an hour long. So I'm like, how much did they have to pay Wayne to do an hour long set at Rolling Loud, or did he give him a discount? Because I'm like, I know he had to pay him a lot of money for that shit.
Oh no, I went to Rolling Loud Miami, and man, it was a lot. I was mad. I went to Miami in the first year I came back, so that was 2021. Yep, 2021.
They having 100 artists performing, huh?
Yep. They got a lot of artists on 4 stages. No, 5 stages, I think. 4 or 5 stages.
So they got dough in, huh?
Yeah, I remember Academics was talking about it one day. He was saying them headliners be made close to 500,000 sometimes.
But you know what though? It kind of, the only thing I don't like, I love festivals. The only problem is they strategically have it to where all the best artists are at the end of every lineup on every stage.
Yeah, right.
So you gotta stay.
You got it, but not only got to stay, you got to pick and choose.
Which one? You can't watch both of them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you don't get to really experience, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of gotta make an itinerary out low key once you figure out, because I know we had went to one stage, I think, to catch Jack Harlow. Shout out to Generation Now, you know what I'm saying? I mess with them. I got some people on their team I'm cool with. And then we went to catch T-Pain, but it wasn't on the same thing. And I'm like, man, I can't like miss a T-Pain performance. He gave like an iconic performance. But to catch T-Pain, I had to catch, I think, Moray, ESTG, like a couple in the area first, because the way it was separated, it was like, okay, this is a dead space. But I got a low-key lineup the performers beforehand so I could, either get good place on the stage or figure it out. And then while T-Pain was going on, I think DaBaby was on another stage.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm gonna pick T-Pain.
How long it take to get to a stage?
Shit, about 30 minutes.
Yeah. It probably take like 15 to 20 minutes because of the crowds. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they only are like 15-minute gaps. And they ain't always at the same time. Like, one might have somebody going at 7:45 and the other one might have someone going at 7:40. So they stagger it differently. And then when Travis Scott was the headliner on one of the nights, and he low-key made it a Travis Scott festival. And the thing that was irritating about that, when I mean a Travis Scott festival, I think he had a 15 to 30 minute break between him and the previous artist. And he had a whole set design put up. It took an hour. So we waited an additional however long for him to go. You know what I'm saying? And we was waiting. We was like, bruh, like, this ain't coming. And then nobody was updating us. We were just standing there. And you can't really leave. Like, if you leave and there was no service in the area, if you leave, you ain't finding who you was with and you're not getting that spot again. Like, it's not really it's kind of one of them points you got to just lock in there. And so he got to a point to where he was performing and they got a hard set deadline on the tour grounds. And he's like, I don't care. I will pay to keep it open. I will pay to keep the lights on. I will pay all staff on site just to push it back. Like, I don't care. I don't care what fire code. I don't care. Like, I want to do my performance. Yeah. And I think he had brought the Migos out and something else, but it was like, okay, you went the full diva and you did a performer thing, but this was a whole festival and you went and shifted everything around you. Instead of giving a dope performance, you had to have it to where you had astro things behind the stage flying up with stars and a whole different set flying above, because everybody else is going on the same set all day long. You had to come have them whole shut down and bring your whole crew in and turn it around. I'm like, I do show production. I know the level and lift of that. And I'm sitting there like, okay, like I mean, you delivered, but it wasn't a Travis Scott show.
Was he the headliner?
He was the headliner for one day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
shout
think
out
the
Jack
final
Harlow,
headliner.
man. Shout out Jack Harlow. He got a song I like with him. It's him. It's Lil Wayne on it. What's that joint called?
It's called Poisonous or Poison something. I think it's called. Yeah, Wayne snapped on that. Jack Harlow did too, but Wayne snapped on that.
Wait, what's
Wayne been on a little run, low key.
I mean, Wayne
run for a minute.
Wayne.
The Poison song, but also the What's Poppin' one, the remix.
Oh yeah. The What's Poppin'
Wayne.
Yeah,
I said, well, they went in
Wayne,
on that joint.
Wayne ain't. I don't even think Wayne. Did Wayne have a hardest verse on that? Let me see.
No, because you know who else was on there with him? The Baby was on there.
Tory Lanez and the Baby.
Tory Lanez had the hardest verse. I had to go look at the. I had to go look who the fuck that was.
But what's bad is though they muted that song and took it off the airwaves because the Megan Thee Stallion situation right after it dropped.
Oh, you know, right now on Apple Music is back with Tory Lanez verse on it. Because I heard it in the car today. So that's why when you said Jack Harlow, I'll remember it's Tory Lanez verse. Look, Wayne had a verse, but they let Tory Lanez go last. Sheesh.
They never. I don't think they ever stripped his verse off. I just think they stopped promoting it.
Yeah, with him on it. Oh, just the song in general.
The whole song they stopped promoting it. The same way they stopped promoting that Dua Lipa and the Baby track when the Baby went on at Rolling Loud and made the statement he made when he was saying something that offended some people. Like they just pulled the whole song down.
He said something about something.
Yeah, he said this ain't for the people who are gonna be off sucking dick in the parking lot or something like that. Like, you know.
So stupid shit.
That was a dumbass. Hey, I was listening to ESTG sound, man. I like ESTG. Well, he was sounding like a mama that's talking under her breath about to smack her kid if he don't get his shit.
I like that song he got with he rapping off that as soon as I get home, that Faith. I like that song.
Uncle
they say with the sex state.
I didn't know how popular he was. I knew people rock with him until I saw how people ran to the stage. That's the cold part. When I saw people
when ESTG was coming up,
they did. And because I was sitting there looking, because he went right before Moray, and I was sitting there like, it was kind of open because the artist before him was like, you know, whatever. And then like I saw people full-fledged running people over, and I'm like, who about to come up? You know what I'm saying? And the ESTG hit the stage, and I said, oh, and I think he brought out Yo Gotti. I think Yo Gotti brought him in. He with their label. Yeah. So Yo Gotti came in. That's it. He would fund it. He's backed by Generation Now though.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I like ESTG, yo. He you know, but look, man, I'm gonna give y'all a good storyteller. Y'all probably know he a good storyteller. I mean, it might be gangster storytelling, but that shit's so beautiful, man, to me. T Grizzly
cold. He ain't rapping no more though.
Yeah, but I was listening to the Jay. I was listening to Jay and Twan.
Yeah, he cold, man.
I saw T Grizzly on Twitch one day. I think he be streaming.
Who, T Grizzly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, T Grizzly. That's why he don't do rap no more. He making so much money off of games.
Oh, you gaming now? Yeah, I saw him on Twitch.
He do so.
Playing what?
So you heard of Grand Theft Auto, obviously.
Yeah.
So Grand Theft Auto.
I know what you're about to say. Yeah. Go ahead though. I know
the PC version.
Yep.
You can make servers and have individual roles, like real life professions and roles. And so his server took off. And he was going and doing rap stuff. He was being a rapper in the studio, and he would have people in the studio with him. And then he was making like gangs and stuff from his section, and they would go ride around and beat people up and catch phase. Like he made it a real life situation, and it started going viral. And he was like in the studio, and he'd be
that shit hard too.
It is. So he'd be rapping in the booth, and then he'd be like, "What you say?" And he'd leave the booth and then beat somebody up in the studio. And it's funny because the stuff would happen. And like that's what he did. He made it a fool where they was pocket checking people.
You see Kodak Black? He made dudes strip and said,
they say he made $200,000 a month doing that.
Hey, Dame, they be talking about that now. You see, they be talking about the Dame posting that video like, I'm in jail, come bail me out.
It's big. I saw a dude. I saw a dude. His job was a cop. He wasn't a rapper now, but his job was a cop, and they actually showed him in the cop car staring at the laptop, and he could run the plates of everybody else on the server, and it'll pull up that person's history and any crimes they pull, and he'd be like, "I'm about to pull them over and take their whip," and he can yell on the intercom
and
and
you
be
can
like,
put him in jail.
"Yep."
Yeah, he
got get a sentence. They
90,000
get a
active
sentence too. They
members.
got to stay in there for like 30 days, 60 days.
Yeah, y'all see that shit? It say 90,000 active paid members.
Yeah, like and it's his server.
That's tight.
You know, my son do servers. He said a player for the Chicago Bears hit him up and wanted him to make him a Discord server for something he was running. But yeah, these dudes in this league we in, they be playing that shit. They was like, yo, where you at? I'm looking for you. He was like, man, the cops just pulled up on me and locked me up. I'm in a jail. Can you come try to break me out? Type shit. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they're not.
I can't play that. I play that shit all night if I get on that.
It's only on the PC though. The regular version ain't like that, like on the PlayStations and stuff.
Yeah.
So
what you gotta download?
It's called Grand Theft Auto RP. So GTA RP. So
man,
like
you can that shit, man. You gonna be on that shit all day.
I know they gonna be like, man, this nigga podcasting on here and shit now.
But you know what though?
You could do that.
Yeah, you can have a whole situation. And the thing is, you just take like you can. I don't know how you pick which role you want to do, but I think you can literally pick a real life job and then just be doing that. And then people be going on streams. I don't know the whole ins and outs, but it's not as simple as like you just enter any server and it's booming. Like I think like it's certain servers.
You gotta be allowed in the server.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is even when you start one up, it don't mean your server gonna be good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think you gotta find like a server that really has some action moving. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what the dudes was doing. They server wasn't good, so they joined another server. The Kodak Black one went viral because they were like you said, they was riding around like a gang, yo. Like dude had on some Amiri jeans and Kodak Black made him strip and take them off and shit. I'm like, but how the dude know to take his jeans? Like how the gang take the jeans
it is
off?
real. That's what I'm saying. Because so computers can mod stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's crazy. Because I know when I saw the dude with the cop pull over, he's like, put your hands up, and dude was like, nah, and he aimed the gun at him. He said, put your hands up and get to the car. Like, and I'm watching like, bro, this is like a real life interaction. It don't feel like it's game program stuff. Like I feel like this is a specific action. And I'm like, bro, like, okay, they was doing it though. And I said, man, this is just crazy. Like, one dude was like, he said, I'm gonna go undercover because there's some dude posing as a cop pulling people over and then stealing their whips. So like he was parked off in like a parking garage, and he saw the call come and showed up. Like, and I'm like, man, y'all treating this like real life. Like,
and that's another thing they said. They was like, regular Grand Theft Auto, you can go take whatever car you want. In them servers, you can't do that shit. Somebody gonna run up on you and kill you, shoot you, do something.
It's certain rules. You know what I mean? Like that shit. It's crazy. It's real crazy. Technology has took a shift.
I'm still gonna look into it.
Yeah.
Hey, I played the regular GTA Online. I don't like the regular console GTA Online because all they do is kill you when you. I wasn't even messing with nobody. Dude just pulled up on a car and they all jumped out and started shooting me. I was like, damn.
I think that Grand Theft Auto 5 has moved since.
How much money ain't it made?
Who?
Off that one game, Rockstar.
A lot of money. It's
Billions,
but I mean probably it's been going for 3 systems since PS3.
It's been out since PS3.
Yeah, it said okay. So in total sales of GTA games reached 385 million in Q3 at the end of 2021.
Damn.
So I know it's money long in that one. Oh, it says. Yes, it's the money long in that one. The game has earned over $6 billion. It said at this point.
Damn, that's why they put out the new one. They like shit.
We gonna bleed this one because what they do is they drop little small limited things. And I got a bunch of homies that play too, and they be like, "Oh, did you play that? You can."
They happy as hell, right? Yep.
Yeah, you can get the studio with Dre. I said, "Did the map change?" No. But you can get in the studio with Dre. I'm gonna go spend a bunch of money on cars.
That one was hard though. That one was tight. But Rockstar playing with the mind like, oh, it's just something new.
It's the same thing. Like it's like, okay, you ain't nothing changed. That's like another one.
They think they working with Dre on the game though.
Man, they think they really with Dre.
about Dr. Dre?
Yeah,
yeah,
Dr.
he
Dre,
on. You can work.
Oh yeah, I did see that. So they was really thinking they was in the studio with him because they put the game.
One of the homies work with Dre, and I for sure heard, I heard some bars. That's the best way to put it.
Oh man, that's funny as hell. But yeah, that's what it is, man. What you working on? I saw you had made a post right after you talked to us last time, and then you had hit me up. You was like, "Let's put something in motion." I forgot what you posted.
Probably the amount of podcasts or something that happened at the beginning of the month, bro. I ain't stopped moving. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I ain't stopped. I don't never stop moving. So,
Yeah,
what am I
I
working
still be
on?
following them. Yeah,
We said, what am I working on? That's a loop. And what area of life?
I'm trying to find that post because you had said something in it. Oh, I think it was like you was talking about the podcast appearances you had been on.
Yeah. I think I was talking about my stat for March 1st, if I remember, because I was like shocked coming into the first day of the month, and I was full on moving and grooving, and it just was not a joke. Let me see if I can find it real quick too.
Yeah, you was like 3 guest podcast appearances, 2 photo shoots, some music videos, some logos, branding, video, marketing, packaging consultations. I was like, damn, let's we gotta link back up with it.
Man, it's bad though. Honestly, it's bad. It's bad with the amount of I'm doing a job of 3-4 teams by myself. It's cool though. I can handle it. So I'm doing a job of 14 people by myself, easy.
So you moving all day, shaking and grooving.
Bruh, I don't even know how I do it. I mean, I know how I do it because I'm motivated and I got a bigger purpose, but I for sure, it's crazy. It's a good thing though. I'm not complaining at all. It's a blessing. I asked to eat, and I hit different buffets.
Yeah, San Diego rap getting they getting better as far as just putting it out and supporting each other as a whole, or still the same as it was?
I don't know. I see some of the younger artists. I see some people promoting San Diego music, but I feel like the San Diego music they promote, it's a lot of people trying to copy blueprints. That's the best way to put it. And I ain't knocking it. It's just I see everybody want to be academics. Everybody want to be shade room. Everybody want to be all that. So, got to have a news channel locally. Got to push certain people. Got to make sure the hottest ones are out. Some of the younger cats really working together. They got their certain producers and stuff like that. But I mean, I feel like it's still very cliquish, but it will always be cliquish, and that's what a lot of cities will have when you're in a local mindset. It's a lot of clicks, little small rotation of pushing. So it's kind of it's active though. I will say it's active. Do I know productive or beneficial? I don't know, but it's active.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's a lot of rappers. Man, the ones just doing what we do, talking all of them. I'm like, yo, it's a gang of y'all out there though.
Bro, it's a lot of rappers. It's a lot of rappers. Hats off to all the rappers.
It's easier to say you're a rapper now. You don't gotta. I can say I'm a rapper if I want to. It's you don't gotta do nothing no more. Back in the day, it was harder to get in the studio and actually put out the shit. Now you can just get on your computer. Actually, I'm a rapper, so I think the door to get in is kind of easier now. But you still gotta kind of. That's why I think it's kind of our job to kind of make sure keep the quality up though.
You like the vetting process, right? You yo, we can't just we said we can't just have anybody that say they a rapper on the podcast. At the level that we at and what we trying to go, it's damn. Before we'd be yo, anybody that say they're rapper, we'll try to interview them. But now it's certain people you hey, you can't have them come on.
Nah, but for me though, I think the difficult thing for me is that as many rappers as there are as many vultures that jump onto the scene to take the rapper's money. So then it becomes a whole different fight. It's man, at this point, it just becomes a headache. It's too many people who know all the answers. There's too many people who want to randomly do a podcast or randomly charge for their advice or randomly say they're a manager or a promoter or a DJ, anything that can get money from these artists.
And I think that's what happened with us, man. We stopped. I didn't like the fact that people was charging for everything, right? Because we talked about it before where it was yo, let's charge this person for an interview, shit like that. But I think if we was dealing with a genuine artist that was really doing a thing, Like, nah, we ain't gonna charge them. I know some people, they just want to pay because, you know, maybe they ain't as nice as they want to be, and they feel like I'm paying to be on the show, I'm doing something big or whatever. But I don't know, man. I feel like certain people shouldn't be charging.
I think it's confusion. I don't know. It's a thin line between being official and not, you know, and I think the overall message to artists is if you don't invest, you don't care about your craft. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody tells them what they should and shouldn't invest in. Because I have to be,
true.
I be offending people all the time. Like people get mad at me, like, don't approach me with anything. I will call you out for everything. And after a while, it's kind of like, okay, it's annoying. Like I get approached on a regular by people who want me to be part of their label, to do something like independent, up and coming, whatever, probably 2-3 times a week. Everybody got the same spiel. It's all around the country, some out of the country. And I'm like, man, I don't even like, I get exhausted dealing with that. I also get approached by the videographers, graphic designers. I'm like, how you gonna pitch services I do to me? Like you don't even know who you don't even know who your target is. You know what I'm saying? Like producers be flooding my inbox, check my beat out, check my, and it's like everybody's trying to get a buck off of rappers. The only difference is I push them to the left. I ignore them. Like I ain't about to give money to anybody.
Thanks. Yeah, look, bro, shit. Once again, look, we appreciate you, man, coming through, giving us some game and giving the people some game, because you know you never know who listening, man. And I shout out Stars Coleman. He was like, shit, we could reach 1 or 2 people.
That's the goal.
With the game that you got, then shit, we should feel like we done our job, man. You know, now don't get caught up in the numbers, because that one person you affect is very important.
Man, numbers don't mean much. I mean, even when I do my Mobile Mind podcast, like my thing is, it gets to a point to where it's like, I don't care if I have 10 listeners or 100 listeners. Like at the end of the day, my segments are to motivate. I don't care who I propel through. You know what I'm saying? Like it's game, it's drop, take it how you want. Some people get so caught up in the numbers because it's not really about the passion for them. Like, don't get me wrong, numbers look good. That's a fact. Hey, it's good to have numbers, but a lot of people in it for the quick get rich quick, figure out how to be on top of this. Everybody want to be an influencer. Everybody want to be a top or whatever, and it's like you don't even authentically live that life. You just want to figure out a way to get any kind of attention towards you. For what? Like, you know, so after a while it becomes draining. Y'all been doing it for a minute. Y'all in it. Y'all know, like, y'all get it. I mean, like, so same thing I be feeling about these rappers. Everybody a rapper. I'm like, cool. You can't rap though. Or you don't have a topic, or you just be picking any beat. Or you just do it to say you do it.
Hey, like, my wife, because I be trying to rap, but my wife always say, when I start rap about fucking, she be like, oh, see, because she say, once you start rap about fucking, because you can't really rap.
Hey,
you know what?
There's a lot of stuff you can say, right? That be like, all right, this nigga ain't no rapper, ain't no real rapper,
huh? Start rapping like all the regular shit.
The crazy thing is, the rappers these days don't even, like, half of them don't rhyme. It don't be on beat, but some
they
of them
stretch the words like a mug now, huh? Words get stretched like crazy.
I ain't trying to hate on dude too hard because we got the same last name. We might be cousins, but Blueface be killing me, man. I be killing me, boy. I be like, shit. I be like,
the goal is, the funny thing is, bro, like, if you put enough attention on you, and y'all notice it too, y'all will see this more and more now that I probably point out if you haven't already. The goal is to build up your attention, right? Get a name, and then go to somewhere else.
Yep.
It's not even stay on music.
Nope.
Go somewhere and get a good name to where when they put your name out there, they're like, oh, I know who that is. And then figure out how to manipulate it to where money coming your way.
So he did it with the little show they
OnlyFans. Like, bro, got
so he ain't got to put he ain't really doing music no more, like putting songs out.
Nah, he got like 2 big hits, and then he'll do a song here and there, but it ain't.
What he had, the Tatiana, and what else?
He was on the show, little streaming show with the dude Kai Cent, because Kai Cent is like the top streamer.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, man, he was trying to rap, so they put on the beat. Man, that dude cannot rap. They even put on the Tatiana beat. He couldn't rap to that beat. I'm like, how you can't rap to the Tatiana beat? So
honestly, it's hard though, because what's the standard? You know what I'm saying? Like, the cold part is, bro was a cold quarterback. in high school, and I heard he was even a good fighter too. Like
he can fight. He fight pretty good.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yeah, everybody want the rapper lane seems easy till you got to do it. I saw there was somebody on my timeline, and I'm cool with bro, but like he was like, rap is easy. All you gotta do is apply yourself. And I'm like, don't like push that narrative. I'm like, don't just push that narrative. I'm like, if it's so easy, more than 7% will be successful. If someone's trying to fight with me and be like, oh, you what you say is successful. And I'm like, let's not do this debate. Like you can call me about it, but I'm talking about living off of music. And I don't mean you gotta be the richest of riches. I mean just living off of music. It's not a high percentage.
Yeah, I was watching this whole documentary about all these rappers that like kind of just they had that one hit and faded away. They was talking about that little dude, Lil Pump too. The Lil Pump had a bunch. I don't know.
I mean,
Lil Pump, Lil
Xan,
Xan,
T.I. right now,
Lil
trying to get
Xan.
his
Talking about
buzz
Lil
back
Xan.
up.
Lil
He
Xan.
doing that T.I.
You said what about T.I.?
Lil Xan. Lil Pump trying to bring himself to get some attention by bringing resurfacing the snitch allegations against T.I.
Yeah,
what he got to do with, but I'm like, what Lil Pump got to do with that? Why to even try to bring that up?
I mean, it's weird though, because people get the attention. Then it's like you don't even know what you want to do with the attention.
Right.
Like you just getting the attention to get the attention. You ain't got a project coming out. You just want your little buzz for a second. And it's like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what's the point of the attention. To be high for a minute.
Hey, that's like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like that. I'll be like, look, people be talking about people doing all these licks and getting greedy, and then they get too much money, then they get in trouble by the police. I said, shit, man, if I did one lick for 50,000, I'll be happy. I'll be like, I ain't doing nothing else. I'm cool with the 50, but somebody's like, nah, you saying that now, but when you get it, if the lick was easy, then you like, oh wait, I might just try one more. But I think that's what happened, man. People, like you said, some people just end it like, oh shit, I sold one. I had one hit song. I ain't really tripping off this shit, man. Like I did what I had to do.
Well, I mean, but one hit wonders ain't nothing new though.
Yeah, that shit been going on.
Shit, some of my favorite songs is one hit wonder songs.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
There's a lot.
I think my whole thing is, I think a lot of them like this ain't really their thing. So like, you got people, they've been doing this all their life. So when they get that hit, they ready. They can drop out project after project. But you got these ones that just really just fucking around and doing it.
Ain't another song about being hit,
and they ain't got nothing else. That shit, that's it. Because
it's different. It's still different though, because so one thing that would happen with like the labels is when you have the label monitoring you, the reason why a lot of people one hit wonders, yeah, they had a catalog of stuff too and stuff ready to drop. But when you get a certain sound and it hits, and that's not your regular sound, most people can't recreate it. Because a lot of people's hits, bro, once you listen to the album, the rest of the album don't sound like that. The rest of the album be deeper. That's why they call them album fillers. Nah, some albums be better than the hits, but if it's not, it don't matter for like a certain artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Joe Budden, for example, he had Pump It Up. I was thinking
Joe Buttons. Damn, I was thinking Joe Buttons.
He had Pump It Up, bro. His whole catalog is better than Pump It Up.
You know, my favorite fucking Joe Budden song was Come and Take a Walk With Me. That was my shit.
That was cold. He got a cold one, man. He got I mean, shoot, Nelly's album was hot. Now a lot of Nelly's hotter songs was better than his hits.
Wasn't none of the commercial joints. Like remember they pumped up this is when we met. That's when the J. Cole straight up downtown. I mean, that they pushed that joint, but that wasn't even the best song on that album.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the moment you make a formula that brings in money, they say do it again. Okay, do it again. Do it again. Like, I don't care about nothing else. You gotta keep doing that same formula.
I let Nas down. Nigga,
why they don't apply to Drake? It seems like Drake is hopping on whatever trend is hot all the time. Like he's staying up whatever.
He learned that from his boss.
Nah, you wanna that ain't either one of those is a true statement. Drake came from Canada.
Right.
Drake was an outsider before he started. Right. Drake studied the game, and then Drake came in as a pop artist. He was a rapper, but he came in with a pop artist mentality. So I mean, like, bruh's pen is cold. Go to old Drake. His pen is insane. Like, you know what I mean? But in order to make hits, he has like teams of writing camps happening all the time. And sometimes like you might be like, that's the song I like. That's the hook I like. I like a little bit of that. Ooh, that's the formula. And if you really break down Drake's success, rarely does Drake have a sound that doesn't have influence from somewhere else or have bits and pieces from somewhere else. He done stole whole verses or flipped whole verses from Bay artists, Houston artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's a certain situation. So like a lot of that, and he does it to where like it's still Drake. Like he knows how to create waves too. Like, you know, people was going crazy over the Beyonce album, but then they also like turned down the Drake album, and it's like, okay, y'all don't like
He
the
was
Drake
smart,
album.
but honestly, never mind.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all don't
That
like the
was a
Drake
smart
album in the States. That is popular outside of the States. By the time the States catch on, he gonna be able to do the next sound. Kanye did it too. The difference is though between Drake and Kanye, the biggest difference between Drake and Kanye, because Kanye has Sci-Hi and a couple other pins with him too. The difference is Kanye's level of cockiness isn't a quiet cockiness. Drake will put it all on wax. Kanye got to come out and tell you.
Yeah.
Drake takes shots at everybody almost every song. If you know
Hey,
lyrics,
what he say on that joint? Hey, what he say to Kanye on that song? Hey, get that address to your driver, make it your destination instead of a post down to desperation. I was
when Drake, you know, I dissect lyrics. When Drake took shots at Diddy because of that 0 to 100, so
yeah.
Hey, listen, you want to, hey, look, I know people might pick Back to Back as they favorite diss song by Drake. My favorite diss song by Drake is 6 p.m. in New York when he got Tiger.
Nah, I'm not
that whole
gonna lie.
song, he was.
I'm not gonna lie. Mine might be the one against Diddy. And it's only because actually I don't know. I like so many Drake disses because he disses everybody all the time. But it's because I
he
catch
dissed it in a song format, right? It's not a forced. It's an actual song. Like what they say, Back to Back was Grammy nominated. This song,
bruh. Drake literally decapitates artists because Drake doesn't. He subtly puts situations that only people who know the situation might catch on to, and that to me hurts more. Because like everybody's spitting these lines and not even realizing they're talking about you. Like when he was what did he say? He said, y'all know me as that as a Chris bottle sender. Hold up, let me see the line. Hold up. I gotta find it. What song? Because it's on one of his hits. I think it was on let me see. It was on the Drake song. I mean Diddy diss song, actually. And he goes, you know me as that. No, it wasn't. I lied. He said, you know me as a Chris bottle sender, check picker upper. Now, that sounds like hey, I'm sending you some Chris bottles. Yeah. Bruh, when he saw Chris Brown in the club, he sent one of his boys to put a bottle to his head.
Oh, so that's how he sent the Chris bottle.
Yeah, Chris bottle sent, you know what I mean? Like, he'd be so subtle. He said, y'all know me as the Chris bottle sender, check picker upper. I thought we looked out for one another, saw us as all brothers in the struggle. Yeah, he be is real, ready, real city, real, like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey, yeah, nah, look, he told what he told Tiger, he said, you need to act your age and not your girl's age. He said, I know rappers that call paparazzi to come and get them, to show their outfit off because they need attention. I remember when it used to be music that did it. I was like, damn, like, and Tiger, you can't come back from them disses, right? Because it's like, shit, man, you already washed up, and then he hit you with a whole song diss. So it's like, all right, well, I ain't seen Tiger come back with nothing. Yeah, what he say to Big Mill? I did another one. You still ain't did nothing about the other one.
Man, nah, it's very. I'm telling you, it's so simple, man. Like,
yeah, I fool with them this song.
It's so simple, man. And like you be sitting there looking like, yeah, it's simple because it's like, what the hell, man? Like, bro, the moment he took shots at Diddy.
Yeah, if you take shots at Diddy, he ain't took no shot. He had never no reason to take a shot at Jay-Z, but I mean, he probably wouldn't shy away from it. Lil Wayne took shots at Jay-Z, didn't he?
He took shots. Drake has taken shots at there is no one exempt, probably except Wayne. Drake has taken shots at everyone. He took shots at Diddy. He didn't took shots at Ye, Big Sean, Kendrick.
But they said,
Hey,
I was watching the documentary. It was Wayne was talking about how Drake got one of his girls, but he got to her before he got to her. He didn't know, but he said that shit hurt him still though.
Bruh, like what did he say? He said, okay. So on the, you remember the I'm on one, the I'm on one track with him and Khaled? And remember how long ago that was?
Right.
That was a long song ago, right? And he goes, and what's up with these new niggas and why they think it all comes so easy? Get it while you're here, boy. Cause all that typing will feel the same next time you feel your here, boy. Yeah, I'll be right here in my spot with a little more cash than I already got tripping off you because you had your shot. Here's the funny thing. Remember, that's how, if you notice how Big Sean say boy, if you hear the song, Big Sean would go, boy, that was a shot at him. But it's like Drake didn't lie. That song came out in 2011.
Yep.
Drake has been on a run since 2010, 2011. Like, bruh said, I'm gonna be here in the same spot with a little more money I already got. So get it while you can. Like you know, he thinking because Big Sean
already letting you know. Like, he already letting you know.
But it came out that Big Sean was like Drake stole my flow and some more stuff, and I'm like, it's just crazy though because Drake is so layered on his punches that you ain't even gotta like. It's just bad, man. It's bad.
You don't know you're getting this right away, huh?
Nah, you don't because it's not like back to back. Obvious was a Meek Mill diss. Like it's obvious. Like they played it in the stadium on some more stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but he literally takes shots on so many people. I don't even know at a certain point.
And you know what's right? You know you right. His disses are something that we all know about as hip hop listeners, being in the game, all that shit he talked about Meek Mill on back to back. We can verify that it happened. Everything he said, you could be like, yo, that really did happen. Like Kanye West really did make a post about an address on Instagram. And he took that same post and put it in a song.
Man, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull this one up real quick. Nah, cause bro, like, you know what? Cause I used to really I respected Drake before. Like I always respected him. He had a cold pen. I'm not gonna deny that. But then the more I started like listening, like I got like a whole Drake lyrical playlist that I'd be listening because I like those kind of subtle beats to where you could just skate on. There's very few artists that could just skate on and take the biggest shots.
Like The Ride.
Yeah, like The Ride. And I was sitting there looking and I'm like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy that it be like that. And you know, like it's just insane. Like he said, oh,
and it don't matter who wrote it, right? Like some people say, oh, he didn't write it. It don't matter.
I don't think
Drake, for him.
I don't think Drake lacked writing stuff though. I think what happened was there's some stuff he didn't write. He might have flipped it a little bit, but you kind of realize like you got to discredit him because I was looking at somebody said something. Rap God. They said Eminem didn't write Rap God because there's some like people in the songwriting lyrics. And I'm like, if you notice, those are all the people whose songs and samples he flipped in there. Like it might look like 5-6 people, but those are the people he flipped. So like if you try to strip it down, like, oh, he didn't write that. I'm like, well, you got the producer, you got the look at here, boy, dude. You got people who got credit. So it's you just watching, like most people don't know how to dissect that stuff. So it's always something. It's always something, man. Yeah, like it's all bad. But what he said, oh man, you know I had to do it to you. Yeah, suits and ties, yelling out, pay the guys. Like if you remember, Jay-Z had that track with Justin Timberlake, suits and ties. You know what I mean? Like it'd be subtle shots, like, but it'd be like, okay. It's kind of like when I told you about the Kendrick one last time. I'm like, it's certain ear bites to where you like, nah, that wasn't accidental. That was not an accidental line. That was way too.
Like the Megan Thee Stallion lines. He tried to be like, oh, it wasn't about Megan. But then they came out, it was actually about Megan Thee Stallion on the joint with 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Like you actually dissing. But I don't know. One of the best dissers of our time. You got him in your top 5 yet?
Who?
Drake.
Top 5 of what? Today?
Yeah,
Or all
top five
time?
right now.
Oh, for
No,
sure.
not all time. Like top
Yeah, for
five
sure.
right
Right
now.
now.
Like he
Right now.
he inching
Yep.
his way up there. Yeah.
He probably is at the top. And I say
Yeah, I
that
got shit.
because I
Yeah.
said that because somebody asked me a question and I had to really think. Like I had to think. They said, if you can go to an island and only have one artist, who would it be?
Oh yeah. Who'd you
And I
whose
said Drake.
catalog could you take?
I said Drake because the amount of
I said Lil
features,
Wayne.
but Drake, the amount of features, the amount of diversity, the amount of artists he's done with. Wayne had a time where he wasn't on anybody's songs. He also had a time where he didn't give effort. Drake hasn't missed. Drake, well, I mean, how can I say this? Drake had albums to where I felt were his greatest, and then I went back after a few listens and I realized, yo, like, okay, like it's the heavy. This is the heavy, like you got to listen to what he's saying to like it. Even then,
Mhm.
it's not as like hits. It's on some like subtle just bar flows. Because there was a song I didn't like of his at first called Weston Flows, I think it's called, or Weston
Oh,
Road or
Western
something.
Road.
Yeah,
Western
Weston
Road
Road.
flows.
Yeah.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it at first, but it's because of the way the beat is. Like I really didn't pay attention to it. But then he said he said something, what was the line? Um he said he said, now talking at the corner is TBE. He's like, I used to hit the corner store to get the Tahiti treats. Now to talk at the corner store is I'm TBE. The best ever, don't ever question you know better, but shit ain't always how it seems when it's sewn together. And I was like, that is shit ain't always how it seemed when it's sewn together. That's a hard
Oh
line.
wait. Things ain't oh yeah, the way it
Yeah,
seemed.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's
said,
so
seems,
together.
and he's like, and he pauses for a second and said, yeah, I let that last line breathe. It might take a second to get it. But like, it's just such a like, I like the intricacies of layered pen because to me, I'm like, oh, that took some thought, but it doesn't take away from the lyrics if you don't get it. Like there's some people who where it's like they bar out, and if you didn't get it, you just feel like a dummy. You like, man, I don't even know what he's referring. But a lot of Drake stuff, it's like, bruh, you can miss it and still not miss the context of the track. And then when you double back, you're like, yo, I respect that. That's how Cole be taking shots on tracks too, but that's a whole different. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake deserve to be top three for a reason in what they do on tracks.
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, no, it's just a lot of I'm a big fan of them too, but I think I picked Lil Wayne when they said who. I don't know because I was thinking mixtape. I could take all the mixtapes with me. I could take all the studio albums
Nah, I mean
because
I like Wayne too. I mean Wayne would probably be up there as well, because Wayne has a lot of different eras. I just think Wayne has had more misses.
I don't like Wayne's first albums. People love those. They say they classics. I do not like
Wayne has
Get
had
Off
more
the
misses.
Corner.
That's what I'm saying. Wayne
I
has had
like
more
everything
misses
from
than
the
me.
Carters and up.
Wayne has had more misses because even when he was with um Hot Boys,
Yeah.
yeah, even when he was with them, they wasn't all hot songs. Even with some of the younger Cash Money, they wasn't all hot songs. So when you tell me take a whole artist, whole catalog, like I still have to pick and choose with Wayne. Not saying I don't have to do that with Drake, but it's like the difference is Drake is still going. Like
His
it's
worst album
crazy.
ain't even bad. It's just the worst that you put at the bottom, right? It's like if I had to rank them, like right now, if I had to rank them, I didn't like Views, but Views ain't a bad album.
Right.
But if you look at the rest of the work he did, it's like, well, shit, it ain't better than Take Care.
And
It ain't better
honestly,
than Thank
too,
Me Later.
I think because I look at him as a pop artist, I see what he did. You know what I mean? Like I see in the sense of 1 minute, bro, barring out. 1 minute he's singing. 1 minute he doing the dance hall song with Rihanna. 1 minute he's on the song with Chris Brown, and like you're on a song with Chris Brown, you're supposed to rap. Nah, you won't sing with him. Like, why are you singing with another singer when you could make a dope? You know what I mean? Like, but he can do that. And then you're like, okay, well, let's make a hit, or let's make a song that's like under the radar. Let's get on a song with Jay-Z and talk some shit. Because, bro, honestly, think about how much shit Jay-Z talks on tracks with Drake. Jay-Z pulls out elements of where some subtle, very, very subtle, like Jay-Z don't always bring that level of Jay-Z that he do on Drake tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Drake be dropping some, I mean, Jay-Z be dropping some game on that Love All track. Why is that in Spanish? I don't want it in Spanish. I want the my fault. I like to quote people correctly when it comes to lyrics. So I'll be looking it up while I'm with y'all, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't ever like to misquote lyrics because it'd be very intentional. When he did so on a Love All track, when he says, what is it? He says, niggas wanted to kill me and y'all still with him. And y'all chill with him. And y'all wonder we not friends. Best thing I can do is not build with you. Who when I could destroy you? It takes some fucking discipline. Jay-Z be talking like, bro, like, I'm a king. Yeah. Do y'all really want me to be that position? But he really does that on Drake tracks. He did the same thing on that. What was it? The track Pound Cake?
Oh yeah.
Drake. I mean, Jay-Z, like Drake be spitting too, but Jay-Z on his tracks, like make sure
he giving you A1. He giving you an A1 verse.
I'm pretty sure he probably takes some shots at Drake on his own stuff. You know what I mean? Like, cause
I'm about to put Pound Cake in my little playlist I'll be listening to in the car because Jay-Z slid on Pound Cake.
He did.
What do you say? 500 million. I got a. What do you say? Cake. 500 million. I got a pound cake.
Yeah. Nah, I still. So what y'all think about? Did we talk about God Did last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it a little bit because it's right after the Oscars.
Yeah.
It was right after the Oscars performance.
I still think Johnny P's Caddy, that Cole verse is the hottest verse of the year. I don't even know when that song came out. That verse is, man, listen. Man, I don't care what.
They didn't even give him no love, but it was the best why it was a good diss because he was dissing the person he was featured on the song with. So it's like
for Cole?
Who? Yeah, on Johnny P's Caddy. He was dissing him after as they were doing the song together. So it was kind of like
that song came out. I didn't even know when it came out because I didn't hear it till the end of last year. That song came out January 28th, 22. And I still think Cole had the best verse of the year. That's crazy to me. Like Cole,
he did.
All he said in the line where he said, they want me on a song, he gonna see the wrath of a reaper. I'm probably going to hell if Jesus asked for a feature. I almost cut the verse off.
Even before that, when Benny ended his verse, he said, "About time I got my respect, this the butcher, nigga." Yep. J. Cole started his verse with that line.
Yep.
About time I got my respect, this the butcher. I was like, then he commits to do that. It's like, all right, man, he put that together. So
but didn't we talk about that with the Kendrick and Jay-Z track? We talked about that with the Kendrick and Jay-Z track, remember? Because once Kendrick came back on that second verse, that was directed towards Jay-Z. Ain't no way. Like, that's one of them ones. As an MC, you like, oh, bet. Like, I'll be like, man, I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Go right.
I'll be waiting for somebody to take a shot at me, but it don't happen. And nobody ever takes shots at me. If they do, I don't catch it. No, not really. It's not really. It ain't really worth it. If someone took a shot at me, I might laugh because my pen is lethal without taking direct shots. But if I have to target somebody, it might be bad for them. I ain't even be in that lane. It will be bad because my mind be. I be on planes more than I'm in Ubers at this point. I don't really need to write the elevation my thoughts be on.
That's a fact, man. I got the producer in my ear, man. She like, what the hell? So we're gonna let the people.
Good.
We appreciate you, bro. Anytime, always, like it's always good talking. It's always good catching up. Well, in my career, you were day one, you know. So that's what you was there when we started it all, man. So we appreciate you.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, I don't think y'all know. I know what the show must go on. The bad DJ, I'll freestyle my set if I have to. Like, I will, man. Listen.
We should get it in too, huh? I'll be like, that shit turned into freestyle sessions. Though.
Turn up, you know. I'll rap forever.
Shout out all them dojo, man. Look, I don't know what happened to Dre Fofo, but that was one of the coldest niggas I ever heard at that time, bro. Like,
yeah, he was.
I don't know what happened to the bro.
He was the first one to hit me with the non-illa. I'm like, that South accent be different. It's my, like, hey, my boy non-illa. I'm like, that low key sound like a diss, but I know it's an accent, like non-illa, huh? Okay, you know what I'm saying? But I
remember we went to he was doing a show, and me, him, and the dojo, we got there, and he met us there, and they wouldn't let him play. And that nigga said, I'm finna air this bitch out. And that nigga left and got in a fucking caravan, nigga, and spent off in that bitch. I was like, where you get that caravan from?
You know what?
I didn't know where he drove. He spent off in a caravan.
It was a spot. It was a spot in Claremont, right?
Yeah, it was like a little hole in the wall. They wouldn't let him play though. That nigga got so based. I finna air this bitch out. Nigga got in that little minivan, this little caravan, and skirted off.
So when you came out, the caravan was skirting off, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Because I'm saying you missed everything right before that. That's cool. I'm gonna leave that up.
Because I ain't see what happened before the caravan skirted off.
I know. That's why I remember the incident. I was there.
That nigga was mad as shit. I was like, we were still inside.
There was friction in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Yeah, I put it like this. Funny, you know me. I had the non-illa branded towel. You know what I'm saying? I had the shades on. I was in artist mode, and I was holding him back, and then all my stuff hit the floor when someone was about to pop off. You know, but hey, that was good times, man. That was good times. Holding him back, and somebody came at me sideways. I'm like, okay. I mean, this is. I'll be like,
y'all two was like kind of inseparable at that time. Every time I saw y'all was together all the time.
Well, I was introducing him to the scene, and he was respectful. Like that was the biggest thing with me. Like he had the dojo masters, but the dojo masters were new to the scene too. And to me, they were. I mean, they had each other. They was twins. You know what I mean? Like they was gonna always do them. Fofo came in, and it was like, bro, you was too burly to be just running up in situations where people don't know you. So I'm like, you like we could rock, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we always like just doing stuff together, but it was like, all right, you got to show I'm gonna rock with you, and so on and so forth, because he was real about it. He was no fake stuff. He ain't coming with no alternative motives or nothing like that. So when we was out, you know, we just had him moving.
Yeah. That he was good. He was a good dude, man.
For sure.
But
I know y'all gotta
anytime, bro. So. Just pull up on us, man.
All y'all gotta do is hit me. Y'all got a topic or something you need me to chime in on, just tap in with me, bro. It's nothing. If my schedule permits, I try to make a way to make it happen.
All right, for sure. All right, hey, y'all. This is the. Oh yeah, all y'all. I'm the only one. I'm East Coast. Y'all both on the PST.
Bro,
so.
I'm saying I'm on different time zones. You know how I be trying to line it up with y'all. Like, yeah, we can always line it where I think I'm on your time zone next week.
Are you gonna be? Oh yeah, let me know where you're gonna be at.
I'm gonna be in New Orleans.
Are you gonna be out here somewhere?
I think I'm gonna do Orleans swing with. Now, when I do come out there, though, I'm tapping in with you because I got some stuff I need to do out there anyway. But we'll talk about that offline.
All right, for sure. All right, y'all. This is the homie Nunilla, man. Y'all tap in with him. Do your research.
Yep.
And don't misquote lyrics. Look
him
up.
I hate misquoting him. I'll look him up because I like to give artists credit when it's due. You know what I mean?
All day. All right, Po. You got anything?
We out. Nice talking to you again, bro.